blue rose which had been brought, sent for his daughter and said to her, "This intrepid warrior has brought you what he claims to be the blue rose. Has he accomplished the quest?" The princess took the precious object in her hands, and after examining it for a moment, said, "This is not a rose at all. It is a sapphire. I have no need of precious stones." And she returned the stone to the warrior, with many elegantly expressed thanks, and the warrior went away discomfited. When Ti, the merchant, heard of the warrior's failure, he was all the more anxious to win the prize. He sought the shopkeeper and said to him, "Have you got me the blue rose? I trust you have, because if not, I shall most assuredly be the means of your death. My brother-in-law is chief magistrate, and I am allied by marriage to all the chief officials in the kingdom." The shopkeeper turned pale and said, "Sir, give me 3 days, and I will procure you the blue rose without fail." The merchant granted him the 3 days and went away. Now the shopkeeper was at his wits' end as to what to do, for he knew well there was no such thing as a blue rose. For 2 days he did nothing but moan and wring his hands, and on the 3rd day he went to his wife and said, "Wife, we are ruined." But his wife, who was a sensible woman, said, "Nonsense. If there is no such thing as a blue rose, we must make one. Go to the apothecary and ask him for a strong dye, which will change a white rose into a blue one." So the shopkeeper went to the apothecary and asked him for a dye, and the chemist gave him a bottle of red liquid, telling him to pick a white rose and to dip its stalk into the liquid, and the rose would turn blue. The shopkeeper did as he was told. The rose turned into a beautiful blue, and the shopkeeper took it to the merchant, who at once went with it to the palace, saying that he had found the blue rose. He was ushered into the presence of the emperor, who as soon as he saw the blue rose sent for his daughter and said to her, "This wealthy merchant has brought you what he claims to be the blue rose. Has he accomplished the quest?" The princess took the flower in her hands, and after examining it for a moment said, "This is a white rose. Its stalk has been dipped in a poisonous dye, and it has turned blue. Were a butterfly to settle upon it, it would die of the fume. Take it back. I have no need of a dyed rose." And she returned it to the merchant with many elegantly expressed thanks. The other 98 suitors all sought in various ways for the blue rose. Some of them travelled all over the world seeking it. Some of them sought the aid of wizards and astrologers, and one did not hesitate to invoke the help of the dwarves that live underground. But all of them, whether they travelled in far countries, or took counsel with wizards and demons, or sat pondering in lonely places, failed to find the blue rose. At last they all abandoned the quest, except the Lord Chief Justice, who is the most skilful lawyer and statesman in the country. After thinking over the matter for several months, he sent for the most skilful artist in the country and said to him, "Make me a china cup. Let it be milk white in colour and perfect in shape, and paint on it a rose, a blue rose." The artist made obeisance and withdrew, and worked for 2 months at the Lord Chief Justice's cup. In 2 months' time it was finished, and the world has never seen such a beautiful cup, so perfect in symmetry, so delicate in texture. And the rose on it, the blue rose, was a living flower, picked in fairyland, and floating on the rare milky surface of the porcelain. When the Lord Chief Justice saw it, he gasped with surprise and pleasure, for he was a great lover of porcelain, and never in his life had he seen such a piece. He said to himself, "Without doubt, the blue rose is here on this cup, and nowhere else." So after handsomely rewarding the artist, he went to the Emperor's palace and said that he had brought the blue rose. He was ushered into the Emperor's presence, who, as he saw the cup sent for his daughter, said to her, "This eminent lawyer has brought you what he..."